Hi everybody, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, Touch of Magic. Happy to see you here today. This video is kind of a twofer. So you know how we make cards 2 for 1? This video is a 2 for 1. And this is part of the monthly YouTube hop that we do. The host of this is Cecilia over at Valley Oak Paper. I'm also doing this as part of the DieCember release for Simon Says Stamp, which happened on December 4th. For the YouTube hop this month, our theme is winter holidays, and this just fit in perfectly. So I thought I would do both. One of the products I got this month is the Pointy Pine Sprigs, and I thought I would like to just do a little bit of playing with some glitter paper. I've got watercolor cardstock here. This is the Canson XL 140 pound watercolor paper. I'm using the smoother side, and I've got a trio of distress mica stains. I've got the Harvest Moon, I've got the Frosted Juniper, and I've got the Holly Branch. So shaking them up well, you got to hear the noise and make sure none of the sediment is still sitting on the bottom. You want to make sure all that's moving before you spray. Now, because this is, oops, careful, they're very fine. Because this is 140 pound watercolor paper, I did run everything through twice to make sure it cut all the way through. That will depend, of course, on your own die cutting machine. Mine is getting up there in years, and it's a little persnickety. So let me fight with this and be back. That's a trick for getting fine dies out. Just careful where you drop it, because you might lose everything somewhere. Now, I'm not going to do all of these on camera, but I will do a couple just to show what I'm doing. So if you want to, you can take all the little bits and pieces out, or you can do that after you spray, however you choose to do it. Just going to take a few of these. I quite like these. They have a really nice design. They've got enough to them that they're not like fully delicate, but they're still fun and spiky. So let's start with some of the Holly Branch. Give it a good shake. Now, I often spray off, because these are new, I haven't used these before. Spray off to the corner to see what it's going to do. There we go. And now the one thing you want to make sure that you do once you're done spraying with it is you want to wipe the nozzle so that you don't plug it. That keeps the nozzle clear. And then we're going to do some of the Frosted Juniper, because we can mix colors. It's nice. In real life, not everything is one color. Okay, I'm going to do the rest. Be back. Okay, these are drying. I might end up speeding it up with the heat tool. That's the words. In the meantime, I have the new Wrapped in Love stamp set that came with the limited edition kit. And I really like this one here, the Merry Christmas with Love. So I'm going to stamp and die cut that out. And I pulled out another panel of glitter paper. I've got the white here as well. And I'm not sure what's going to show up better, but I'm kind of now leaning towards maybe white with the green on it, and then this in red. So let me pull all this out and start there. Okay, everything has been drying. There might be a couple of damp spots yet, but on the whole, they're shiny and they're pretty, and they've got the colors that I'm looking for. A little bluey green, a little greeny greens. You know, it's going to work. So both panels here I have cut to 4 by 5 1/4, because I like them to mat on a card base like this. So you would get a little bit of a white border with that. But I'm going to attach the fronds first. Nope, the Pointy Pine Sprigs first, so that I can trim off around the edges. And as I said, I'm not sure whether I'm going to like this on the gold or on the white yet, but we're gonna play and see what we get. Right. Oh, that doesn't show up at all. So that tells me there that is not the call. There we go. We're gonna have that show up. And we're gonna mix and match the sizes and the directions. And then stuff that's cut off even can just go on another edge. I'm trying to get a range of colors here, so we have a little bit of everything. Coming up that way. this one's quite dark. I like that. And then we'll tuck them closer and we'll get that one in there. Okay. This will require a little bit of playing, so that means I'm going to put on some music and just play for a bit. Okay, let's try the other method here. I really like the My Sweet Petunia glue press. It's really fine. It's really good for fine stuff, but it's taking me a little longer than I would like. So let's try the old school dip method. We'll just do that and see how we're doing. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. I think I have everything stuck down. There might be a couple of them that I'll tuck down a little more after, but it gives the basic idea of where we are with that. You get a little bit of the shine from the spray, and then you got that glitter from the paper behind. Pretty. I think I want to keep this just really simple, I think, and just pop up. Oh, maybe that sentiment's not big enough. Nope. Okay. Shift gears. It's very cute, but I don't think that's the one I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to switch to this one. I think I like the size of the sentiments better. I think the old-fashioned Merry Christmas is going to be the one. So I'm going to stamp that, and we'll try that and see how we like how that looks. Alrighty, I've got a piece of Hammermill cardstock. And I haven't used this stamp yet, so I'm wiping off the manufacturing residue with the palm of my hand. You can also use a stamp conditioner. That's what it's called. There's a few companies who make those. They're like an eraser, essentially. So let's go here. I wanted the red for red and green for kind of a traditional Christmas feel. There we go. And that is the Simon Says Stamp Cranberry ink. Fabulous Christmas color. The red is very, they call it a dye ink for a reason. That one definitely leaves color behind, which is okay. That just means your stamps are well loved. The nice thing about this particular dye is it really gets all the details. So you get a really nice outline here. Take all the pieces out. Reverse tweezers are the thing I probably reach for the most in my studio. How do we feel about that across there? I think that stands out quite nice. Could also go, oh, maybe that's a, you know what? It's a landscape card. It gives it a little room to breathe. All right, let me get one of my card bases. So we could go festive. I could put that, oh, maybe we're gonna put that on red. Oh, there we go. Red base, red words, ties it in together. Yep, that's the one. Oh, I like that. Okay. So, and center that. As always, okay, a little weight. And normally I would try and stack this a few times, but this one's pretty finicky. I'm not sure. Let me contemplate that. Okay, so that's a little tip for lining up kind of finicky die cuts, is I just I popped out one and layered it over top of the other, and then I'm popping out the, oh shoot, no, it worked. There we go. Popping out the inserts, those things. Okay, so overall that worked pretty well to do it that way. So it makes it easier when you've got a couple of layers like this, because it's not as flimsy, and hopefully it holds. Okay, gonna give that a little weight and let it set, and then we're gonna add it onto here, and we're gonna call that one done. There we go. Now you could also use, and I keep forgetting to pull them out of the drawer because I'm a out of sight, out of mind person. Simon Says Stamp has some really neat micro dot sheets, so you can use the sheets to layer up, because then the dots fill in all the gaps, and you don't have to do this slow process of, okay, I need my T-square. I cannot line things up without my T-square. Now this gets a little funky because it's got the dip, but I eyeball it because, you know, camera. Looks like about center, but before I really stick that down, I'm going to use my T-square to line up and see how far off I am. And that's actually pretty good. So we're gonna set that to hold. Okay, so just as a refresh on what we've done, we've used some white glitter paper. I've die cut I want to call them fronds, but they're not, they're pine sprigs. The pine sprigs out of watercolor paper, and spritz them using the mica stains in the holly branch and the frosted juniper. I didn't end up using the harvest moon. I had thought to splatter, but I don't think it needs it anymore. So I've used just those two on the pine sprigs. Cranberry ink for the sentiment, which came out of the this set here, which is Making Spirits Bright, which I know is still fairly current and available. And that is our card wrapped up. All the links that I have below are affiliate links. I will put everything that I can find that I've used today in the description. If you haven't already, I would very much appreciate a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel, and I appreciate the encouragement. And if you haven't already, you could subscribe as well. And when you subscribe, you can ring that notification bell, and it'll let you know the next time that I post a video. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day and also find some time to craft. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye.